I wrote the Ontario bar exams in 2021, and one thing that really helped me with my study process is using practice tests. If you're new here, hello, and if you're a returning friend, welcome back. My name is Mithya, and I'm a lawyer practicing in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. On this channel, I share videos on my experience of becoming a lawyer and how I'm doing after this entire journey. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more. In this video, I'm going to share how doing practice tests helped me feel prepared and confident to write the bar exams. But first, here are some things you should do before writing a practice test. Create a study plan. Create a study plan that breaks down how you're going to prepare for the exams. For the readings, set a daily or weekly target. How many readings can you realistically do in a day? Set your targets accordingly. You don't want to burn yourself out, so set a target that makes sense for you. Also, set aside some time for your practice tests and for updating your study materials as needed. As an example, this is what my study plan looked like. I was in between having finished law school and starting articling, so I committed that time fully to bar exam prep. I treated it like a 9-to-5 job, which allowed me more flexibility with my daily reading targets and scheduled breaks. I'm a fast reader, so I gave myself a daily target of 50 pages. I scheduled in time for practice questions and practice tests. I also made sure to schedule in time for days off. Read to understand, not to memorize. When reading, keep in mind that you don't need to memorize the content. The bar exams are an open book exam. You need to be aware of where various concepts are located in the materials and have a general understanding of the principles in each section. If you don't understand a concept as it's explained in the bar exam materials, detailed summaries may be helpful. It's important to have a basic understanding of each topic as the questions in the bar exam can be lengthy. You should be able to read the question, identify the key concept, rule out two of the most obviously incorrect answers, and then cross-reference your index or your other bar exam resources to locate the correct answer. Figure out what resources work for you. There are many different resources that you can use to write the bar exams. However, what works for one person may not work for you. Here are some examples of some resources. Summaries, detailed table of contents, indices, and charts. It could be one of these things or a combination. Indices and charts worked for me. Everyone's got their own study tools, but every bar exam taker should try a practice test at least once. In fact, the more practice tests that you do, the better. Here's why practice tests are helpful. Practice tests give you a chance to get familiar with the bar exam materials, to better understand how topics are structured and laid out. They give you a chance to use your resources, such as your indices or tables of contents, and to figure out what clicks for you. Use your resources with the practice tests to figure out what gets you to the answer the fastest. The goal is to answer each question within 90 seconds or less. If you're using an index, practice tests allow you to practice searching for key terms and concepts. It will help you identify areas where you need to improve your study resources and clarify concepts. It will improve your time management and speed. The difficulty of the practice questions do not matter. I see a lot of questions online about which practice questions are the most similar to the bar exam. The practice tests are aimed at getting you good at identifying the main concept, finding that concept in your resources, such as your indices or table of contents, and then locating that concept in your bar exam materials to confirm the correct answer. Now let's get into how to use the practice test. Practice by topic. After you finish reading a topic, for example, family law, do a set of practice questions on that topic. Doing the associated questions for a topic right after reading about it helps you apply your knowledge and assess what you've retained from the readings. It also helps you get to know the bar exam materials for that topic and how your resources fit into it. Do some practice questions untimed. Don't consider it a waste of a practice test. Doing some practice questions untimed eases the stress and pressure if you're doing this exercise for the first time. Once you get the hang of it, do the rest of the questions for that topic timed. Do a timed test. Once you've finished reading the materials and doing some practice questions for each topic for either the barrister or solicitor exam, schedule a time to write a full timed practice test. Do the full-length 160 question practice tests timed and under as close to real conditions as possible. For example, if you've already scheduled your bar exam for, say, 9 a.m., then write a full-timed practice test at 9 a.m. Doing a lot of practice tests can definitely pay off on the day of the bar exams. But I get it, these costs can add up. That's why I'm happy to partner with Bar Exam Crackers, who's kindly sponsoring this portion of the video. Bar Exam Crackers has been around for a while now, and it's one of the providers that I relied on when studying for the bar exams back in 2021. What I like about Bar Exam Crackers is how flexible they are with the practice questions. Once purchased, I could answer the questions as many times as I wanted, and I had unlimited attempts at the practice tests within an 11-month period. I didn't have to worry about having to repurchase or spend more money on practice materials if I ended up having to rewrite the bar exams. The platform also provides the option to save your questions. So if I answered some questions and didn't have time to finish them all, I could save them and come back to it later. This was helpful because I didn't feel stressed or pressure to have to answer all the questions in one sitting. The platform is also super user-friendly and easy to navigate. It matched my study style and it allowed me to break up the questions by topic. For example, after reading the section on family law, I did a few Bar Exam Cracker practice questions, both timed and untimed, to both test my knowledge and to get familiar with the materials for that section. I repeated this process for each section of the exams. Bar Exam Crackers offers 2 sets of practice questions for both barrister and solicitor exams. So for the barrister exam, they have a set A and a set B, and for the solicitor, a set A and a set B. To get a feel for the type of practice questions that they offer, you can access sample questions and summaries by registering on the Bar Exam Crackers website. I personally did not use summaries as part of my bar exam prep, but if you're having trouble understanding a concept, then summaries can be a useful tool. Studying for the bar exams can be a stressful experience, but having the right tools in place can help ease that stress. Resources from Bar Exam Crackers can greatly help with your study process. You guys can use my code JuristJourney for 15% off on all Bar Exam Crackers practice tests and summaries. Good luck, happy studying, and you got this.